All righty, Leanne Carswell here with the Expert Real Estate Team, and I'm here today with Betsy Sammons with On Q Financial or On Q Mortgage.
On Q Financial.
Okay, good deal. Well, welcome, Betsy. We are so
Thank you.
excited to have you here. Tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you get into mortgage?
Well, I started in mortgages about 22 years ago, actually through Kelly Services. I took a temp job at PNC Mortgage, and through that, I ended up having twins, and
I didn't know that
ended up
about
in the
you.
mortgage business. Yeah, they're 23.
Wow,
Yeah, my daughter's 27, so.
cool.
Um, but that's, through Kelly Services, then I was brought in actually as an employee, as a branch marketing associate. So, but the great thing about the experience was it really gave me a passion for mortgage lending. The gals that I worked with that were the mortgage consultants at PNC, they helped me with my credit. And so they allowed me, by helping me, I built my first house. So that's really what gave me the passion for the business and the passion for the people.
That is a great story. A great story. So, what do you see right now are buyers and sellers' biggest concerns in the market?
The rates, the rate, everybody's really, um, super sensitive about the rate. And what we always say on our team is, you marry your house, you date your rate. So in other words, you're
Okay.
always, you find the house that you love, your rate can always change.
Yeah.
Um, Rates, I mean, right now in the market, what we see is, as you know, the rental is going crazy. Buying a house is just a good investment no matter what the rates are. Historically speaking, the rates are better than they were. I mean, when I started in the business, they were 8.5%. So 5 7/8 is really not that bad.
I'm in your same boat, and I know that our millennial population, which is, I guess, the largest buying demographic right now, it's a big deal for them. So, but for you and I mean, I remember most of
Right.
my career, the rate was 6%, and that was pretty good.
Hmm.
So, yeah, you and I are
That's true.
a bit
Most.
dated when it comes to that.
Oh, well, experienced.
Yeah. How do you help
I
them
like that
over
word better.
how do you help them overcome that?
Um, just getting them to understand that you're making an investment, and it's like putting money in the bank. So if you buy a house, you're literally making a lifetime investment. And actually, it's better than, putting your money in the stock market. Let's face it,
Sure.
because your property is going to appreciate. If something happens, you could always sell your property, or you're setting yourself up for your future. You buy your house, you get comfortable, your income goes up, and then you go and you buy your next house, and then you may decide to rent this property, or you buy a beach house, and then you can Airbnb it. There's just so many opportunities, but you just got to get started.
Okay.
Um,
But what about inflation? I mean, is now really a good time to buy a house?
Now's a great time to buy a house. One, I think you can probably help me with this one too, is I see, I mean, where everybody was getting highest and best, it seems like people are coming down on their prices and everything's kind of stabilizing. Um, it's just, I mean, it's a great market right now.
Yeah,
It's turning into a buyer's market. So it's a great investment.
absolutely. Now, what about credit scores? What's like the minimum credit score people are buying houses with these days?
I mean, it varies. I mean, like for instance, right now I'm doing a mother that her mid score is 545, and she has her son. I mean, it's more of a down payment, you have to have more asset. Of course, it has to run through our system, but the son really wants his mom to have a house. And so he is putting 10% down, going on the loan to strengthen the loan, and allowing her to, buy her first house, which is awesome. So
How old is he?
he is 45.
Okay.
So, and he owns his house, and he actually did an equity line so that he could free up the money to get his mom in a house, which I think, that's just really special to be able to help people like that.
That is special, especially
Mhm.
when the kid's helping the son, or the son's helping the mother, I mean.
Right. No, anymore, that's kind of unusual.
Yeah, I know. So, with that, what programs are you seeing most buyers utilize these days?
It varies, but FHA is a really good program. It's a 3.5% down program. It's more to the lower credit scores. Also, state housing is a great program that I don't think a lot of people really know about, and not all lenders are participate in. It'll give you an $8,000 grant. So you partner that up, and you have limited money. One per like $1,000 or very limited money in the transaction, so you can get in your house and it's not going to break the bank. Also, there's USDA, it's 100% financing. It seems what I've been seeing more so is that sellers are willing to pay closing costs. And so that helps the whole situation of more people being able to buy. And where rent's going right now, I mean, let's face it, you can buy a house cheaper than you can rent an apartment. I've had several buyers that have come just because their rent went up $300 or $400, and it was like, okay, it's time to buy. So
Sure. What about homes that need some renovation that may not have been maintained or kept up or updated like they should have been?
We have great products for that. We have renovation loans that, so you find a house with great bones, but, oh, I don't like the kitchen. And you just want it, to update it. We can do that. We also can do the love it or list it type thing and tear down walls. We have programs that fit both. There's a FHA program that's really good. And then we also have a conventional program that works that way. So to kind of let you know about the program, what it is you get a contract on a house, and you have a contractor go and they place a bid based on what you want done to the house. And then we would take the contract on the house with the bid, and that is what your house would be appraised against. So it's the total of the contract to purchase plus the renovation. And that's what it's based on. Of course, the house would have to appraise, but generally with where the market was and is, that's not an issue.
Sure. Are you seeing very many appraisal issues as of late?
Actually, I've had a couple lately.
Really?
And I haven't had any. Yeah, I really have since I started back in the business. I hadn't seen any. Yeah, I've had a couple that were a little challenging, but generally, houses appraise, even with a VA, which is the appraisers are a little tighter on those. Houses seem to be appraising either the appraised value, or I'm getting some that are higher than the appraised value, or with the contract price, excuse me.
I love it. Give us an example of things buyers should avoid doing while they're trying to buy a house or under contract?
Do not sign anything. What I like to say is anything you have to sign your name to, you do not need until after you close your house. So in other words, don't get a new credit card. Leave your credit like it is. Save your money. Do not change jobs. Please, please, please. Even if it's more money, leave everything just like it is. That's just very, very important to not make any changes in anything. And save. Of course.
What about, do they need to be paying off debts? Anything like that?
Your loan officer lead guide and directs you on that, especially if you're already under contract. So if they see the need to pay off something, then what we usually do is we have it paid at the closing table. So that way we can verify it because the attorney is the keeper of the money and they're writing the checks. It's the path of least resistance, I like to say.
Okay.
Just kind of let me or whoever you decide to use as a loan originator, let them lead, guide, and direct you. So if you need to do anything while you're in the mortgage process, just wait, pick up the phone, call, just make sure that everybody's on the same page and that you don't do anything rash, I guess would be a good way to say it.
So I think it was this morning I was getting ready and I saw my first commercial for Zillow Mortgage.
Ooh.
So how does a Zillow Mortgage, Rocket Mortgage, how are you guys having to compete with them? What's the difference?
The difference in the way we do it at OnQ is we're not just put it on the internet. We're there for you. So it's a relationship that we like to build. There's so many people that I still communicate with, like send me pictures of your house. It's like you, in a lot of sense, you make new friends. But we are there for you. Whereas the, Rocket Mortgage, etc., you don't know who you're going to talk to. It's like a call center. It is a call center. So we're more invested in our borrowers. And we answer the phone after 5 or on the weekends, whereas you don't usually get that. I mean, you don't get that if you go to Rocket Mortgage or other lenders.
Sure. So I've been doing this a long time, just like you. And I've always told buyer clients when I've worked with them, and I tell my agents to do this too, but I always tell the buyer client to, me, you, and the lender all work together to make sure they get all their goals checked, and whatever they tell you, whatever you need to know about their credit, I don't need to know it. I just need to know what type of program, and if they need closing cost help, that gives me what I know. But you're the one, digging in and finding out all the goodies of their credit report, who they owe, and alimony and all that stuff. It's none of my business.
Right. But you're the expert with the property. So, I get that a lot. And I'm sure you, like you're saying, you get that with the lending side of it. Hey, I want to see this house. It's like, oh, well, I'm the guide when it comes to the financing and getting the money for you. And if it were you and I, Leanne is your expert when it comes to the real estate and knowing the house and the area. And she lead guides and directs you in that way. One thing I'd like to throw out, though, is we are back having our on-time closing guarantee. And so what that means as a buyer and a seller is if OnQ does not close your loan on the contract date, then we pay the buyer and the seller $1,000. So we're that vested in our programs.
Okay.
Also, we like to think that we're very competitive on the rates. So we have a price match. So we like to get the opportunity to match the price to keep the business. If it makes sense, it's, OnQ does it, which I love about this company.
Okay. I love it. Well, how can people reach out to you if they've got questions or interested in one of the programs that we've discussed today?
They can pick up the phone and call me on my cell. It is 864-321-0940. You can email me. I have a website. Actually, you can Google Betsy Sammons and it'll pull me up at OnQ and all my information. The best way is just to call me, though. Just 864-321-0940. I'm here to answer questions. If you have any concerns, if you need help with your credit, we can work through that. It takes you a while to get hiccups in your credit, and it's not immediate to fix your credit. So because somebody helped me, I like to help people
Sure.
get to the point where they can buy a house, because I think everybody needs to experience that once in their life, at least.
I agree. I agree. And can you help non-occupying co-borrowers and or people who are doing investing?
Yes, so we do second homes, we do investments. We actually have broker programs where we can do bank statement loans. With a non-occupying co-borrower, that's more of, you have a borrower and they need help support on the loan, or you need the income to offset. So the non-occupying co-borrower, that's where that helps to strengthen the loan. But yeah, we do investments. We have a single close construction program, which I love. That's like my baby here, which we close up front and then we modify it at the end. It's as little as 3.5% down, and you can purchase your land at the same time at the closing. You can also take your land and use it as equity as your down payment. But we do we do conventional, FHA, VA, and USDA. We also do mobile homes.
Okay.
we do mobile homes very well. We do double wide mobile homes, and we also do single wides in a lot of instances. So
good deal.
All I can say is give me a call, and I will do all I can to help you with whatever your needs would be.
Absolutely. Well, anything I didn't ask that you feel like the folks out there listening would benefit from?
Purchase a house. just
Okay.
just I know it's scary right now, but if you're renting, you're putting the money out there, you might as well own it.
Yeah.
Everybody, like I said, everybody just needs to experience it. It's a wonderful thing to know it's yours.
Yeah. And if you've not been listening to the news, I know Betsy sees it, but you've got more inventory to choose from right now. More sellers are getting out there. You're able to negotiate some. You're able to negotiate the seller paying your closing cost in some certain circumstances. So if you kind of hung it up back in the first quarter, get it back out again and let's take a look at it.
Exactly.
Now's the time to go shopping again.
Absolutely. And hey, Christmas is coming up. Get ready. buy yourself a house for Christmas, right?
I know. That sounds good to me.
Me too.
So awesome. Well, we really appreciate you being with us today, Betsy. Again, let's give you your number again, 864-321
0940.
0940. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
And thank you for having me.
We are so glad to do it. So glad to do it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.